Hey there, we are back. Sorry if that took a bit. I just had to clean some stuff up. Hope you're still doing well. And, yeah. Time to play some Shooty Bang Bang that is making me depressed. I guess. I don't have anything better to do right now. So, to round out this stream, I guess we're covering a little bit of the, of a game, I guess, that just has to be covered in some form. Anyway. You know, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just start with the elephant in the room. It is not going well. Like, here's the thing. So, first of all, I don't know how to say this, but like, holy shit, Call of Duty is cooked this year. I know people are rightfully being like, I don't know if this is fully doing it. What? Why the fuck is it preloading shaders again? You are... What is your... Oh my god. Okay. Why are you... Okay, you know what? Can we just talk about the fact that the technical state of Call of Duty is rancid? And I mean, since Modern Warfare. It's bullshit. It's complete and utter fucking bullshit. Like, so here's the thing. What do you think? How do you structure a game? I mean, aside from the fact that the this is the lamest multiplayer lobby music they ever had. Like, by the way, this is the same fucking lobby I had in Black Ops 6. It's the same. This is the same. Okay. Where should I start? First of all, you know what? Let's just go straight to the fucking throat. I don't care anymore. So, just so you know, this bullshit thing right here, because for some reason they are just drinking paint straight. It is running over an official launcher. So instead of, and I need to be clear, so you have to download the Call of Duty hub, which is, and I kid you not, Warzone. This is just like, you need to download all of Warzone and some more. Like, let me just look at this up, because I know I am a dumb hoarder, and I still have this like 2 degree because I played Black Ops 6 for like 2 to 3 seasons, and then I dropped because it just really got, I don't know, it was just got boring. Anyway, this fucking thing is 200 gigabytes. You need this fucking monstrosity on your PC to download the beta. What? And people are wondering why the most the most sold game on Steam right now, I go into the store, and you know what? You're like, okay, what are the top sellers? Literally number 1, outselling fucking Counter-Strike 2 Battlefield 6. Guess why? Guess why? Interestingly, number 3 is fucking Steam Deck. Anyway. And yeah, by the way, that open beta, you know how much that was? $39 gigabytes. 39 gigabytes. And it looked better than this game. And played better than this game. Oh. And you're like, okay, wait. So they're running over the official launcher. Yeah. This means everyone who's playing the beta and everyone who's playing Warzone is in the same statistic on Steam. So the numbers for, and I keep in mind, this is the biggest shooter series of all time. They're cranking one out every single year. This is the one where Microsoft said it's too big to fail. You know, you Microsoft. It's not like you fucking flushed down 300 million in sales by putting it on Game Pass. Whoops. Anyway. Oh, hey, there's Agonia's picture. You're on the stream now.
Yeah.
Do you want to laugh?
No.
That's the player numbers for the beta, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's under 100,000. They never cracked 100,000 players for the beta. This is the biggest shooter series with record sales, and no one wants to play this piece of shit. I don't know. You know what? Now we really are going to get to know me as in my boomer phase. Because everything in here is just, this is Black Ops 6 with a different skin. You know, if it doesn't bring back straight up a weapon from Black Ops 2, so so yeah, I don't know. Oh, by the way, I also had a match yesterday where it just was like, I think just half the team left. That was fun. And then we got spawn trap. Good. This is the experience you want in your game. I am just so utterly amazed. Because yeah, as you can see in the how's it called, the title, this could have been this is a legitimate just DLC. Like, I know they said like, oh, I know there was the whole controversy of would stuff be carried over, yes, no, and then it turns out they never planned on carrying over, and now now I play this beta and like, oh no, they fucking planned on carrying things over because this is the same game. You know what? Chat, let's play a game. Guess what is new in this game in terms of gameplay mechanics? Like, legitimately, guess what is new compared to last year's release.
Overload. All units, mission area designated a fuck 'em up zone. Enemies are carrying the device.
What the fuck is that for? By the way, it's the wall jump. Whoops.
Hostiles overloaded our zone.
Yep, that's it. The whole you can sprint in every direction
New overload device.
is still in here. Being able to dolphin dive in every direction, also still in here. Like, you can still do that. Slide in every direction is also in. Literally, only new thing is that fucking wall jump they stole from Dirty Bomb.
Hostiles have the overload
There's
device.
something hilarious about the fact that they are stealing a mechanic
Established above.
from a free-to-play game that went offline almost 10 years ago or so.
Protect our zone. They have the overload
And
device.
I mean, there could have been interesting things with that if it was, you know, the core aspect of the movement system,
Hostile dog active.
but it isn't. It's just everything else.
New overload device available.
And now you have these shitty signs on the wall, like, oh, you can run, you can jump up there. And it's like, what?
Skewer incoming.
Like, I don't know. Also, you know,
Enemy pinpoint grenade.
like, I really wonder, did they really just not want to admit that this was supposed to be,
Tango in my sights.
you know, oh hey, an expanded map pool and weapon pool, and now you're playing with like more futuristic stuff on existing parts? Because this was 100% a DLC at some point. Also, god damn it, look at this map design. This is...
Stay sharp. The guild's up to something.
I don't know. Ever looked at something and really just were like,
The overload device.
the design team is devouring themselves. There is no more creativity.
Hostiles release the skewer.
Like this is... I've played this map before. And you know what the biggest irony is? This could have been a Black Ops 3 map to a degree. Like, there's a weird thing about this that...
Scout hull standing by.
50-50 using scout pole.
Oh hey, even the same kill streak as last time.
Overload device
Damn!
Move to secure.
I know I'm currently complaining, but... Okay. So here's the thing.
Enemy UAV detected.
I know a bunch of people like to talk about it, but do you know why Titanfall was a good game? Like why
Skewer
Titanfall...
incoming.
But yeah, by the way, instead of having doors you can actually interact with,
Securing
like,
the device.
since Hardline, they now replaced them with, oh, they just open out automatically.
Enemy overload successful. Our control station is
What?
down.
So doors are still in?
Secure the new device. Overload device is under hostile control.
Yeah. So here's the thing. While I still say Black Ops 3 was not a bad game,
Hostile UAV
by any means, it kinda expanded onto the map design of Black Ops 2, which already was like, you know, back in the day, fine, because there was like a lot of variation still going on, but anyway. The thing is,
Gotta make your move. MTC's in the red. Hostiles overloaded our zone.
basically what happens is
I've located an
that
overload device.
they started making more and more the whole 3-lane thing. And not in the sense of, you know, as I talked about
Gather the wounded. and
before,
strike crews will be
you
there
know,
soon.
remember the Dune?
Get it, Karma.
The Dunes? That Dunes are really good for vehicle combat. The thing is, someone said probably at some point in time, hey, most maps are kind of built around a 3-lane structure. And that's true. Here's the thing though. If you look at old maps, if you look at, you know, good map, you will realize, wait, the three-lane structure is more of an... Yeah, you kind of build around it. It's not a... how's it called? It's not a religious dogma. They are treating it as a religious dogma. Like every single map, like you will see literally in a second, basically every single map is going to be this fucking three-lane map structure over and over and over and over and over again. We actually have here. Oh my god. It's still the same. It's the same perk system even. You learned nothing. Okay. Oh boy, are we playing the same map again? And if you're wondering, no, the maps are still structured the same in Black Ops 6.
Take the objective. Taking A.
Fun! Hey, look, one gun they updated from Black Ops 2, I guess. Besides the Peacekeeper. Sorry if I'm sounding so negative, but like...
Bravo lost. Securing C. Securing B. We're losing Alpha.
Again, I'm playing this and I'm like, what am I doing here? This is like very much the same flow, same structure. I played this game last year. Like, I know people are like, oh, but wasn't Call of Duty always the same? No.
Underway on Bravo.
I think this is especially a big insult towards,
Securing Charlie.
well, the game that tries to be like this. This game tries to be like, you know, Black Ops 2. Because Black Ops 2 was different than Modern Warfare 3.
Bravo.
And in pretty significant ways, actually.
You released as tasked.
Taking C. We lost B.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
Taking B. Locking down Bravo. Secured. Losing A.
I'm on the objective.
Locking down Charlie.
Same team's incoming.
Bravo
Yeah, hey, you
lost.
also have still the assault packs and structure from MW19. It's just kind of insane how this game series just keeps being more and more streamlined into the same game with similar map design every single year. And
Securing B.
that's just kind of sad, you know. Like before that, you know, you can talk about long time. Hey, should there be a yearly release or not? Also, but like the thing is, basically, they had a thing going that every year you had a pretty big variation on what was offered.
Enemy UAV detected.
You know,
Securing C.
they didn't play the same. You could switch between them and you have fun and stuff, but like, they all offered something. I'm not saying that lightly. I'm really saying like this is
Well done.
true.
Zone Charlie
That is
locked
one of the
down.
reasons that it was like, hey, it is different. This is not even the
Losing A. We lost C.
you know, one of those sense where people are like, oh, but isn't it like sports games? Actually, no, it's different. It's way different. You had like two studios with completely different design philosophies going at this series. And now it's the same. Like, I am not kidding when I'm saying this could have been an email. And considering
Hostiles released a skewer.
that they definitely wanted to have the all the Black Ops 6 weapons in here.
Underway on Bravo.
Whoops.
We're losing Alpha.
Taken requesting UAV task. Sniper.
Let's just this a bit.
Taking C.
Get
We
down.
lost all
Snipers on
zones.
the prowl.
Charlie secured. Skewer incoming.
Like, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking about that jump. To a degree, I like it because I like Dirty Bomb. It's... Look, Titanfall is a good game. Why do I talk about Titanfall? Because Titanfall was basically the shooter that was like, hey, how about we introduce wall running and expanded movement tech? And then everyone wanted to copy them in some way.
We're losing Charlie.
Here's the thing. Titanfall is good. Titanfall is a legitimately really good game. Because of the fact that, you know, you have a lot of weird movement abilities, and you basically also switch into a gigantic fuck of Titan. And then you play in maps that feel like real places.
Charlie.
You know, even though like some just usually dystopian sci-fi place. But they feel real, you know? They don't feel structured around gameplay. So it becomes an interesting cat and mouse game of it's kind of an interesting idea of like, okay, where's a potential road I can take through the map? So, you know, every wall could be a flanking route. Every,
Skewer on your target.
Target. 50-50 using scout pulse.
you know, every angled roof into a slide.
We're taking C.
Now, designing maps like that is hard. Like, it literally takes skill to make something that is good.
We're losing Charlie.
Or if you want to, you know, have wall running in your game and you want to incentivize wall running, then you're just like, here's a lane. You know, oh, hey, here's a traversal to the center lane. Oh, there's a bottomless pit, so you actually have to use the movement ability to go across.
Securing C.
Have you noticed how we played on 3 maps,
UAV contact.
and all 3 maps
Hostile
had
UAV established
a
above.
bottomless pit in the center?
C.
Like, literally on one side of the center is a bottomless pit where you can use the movement ability. Like, yes, 3 lanes are good map structure. Most games
Multiple
use
hostile
that.
UAVs detected.
RTS use it. Like, Saturn's Clutch is a 3-lane map. It is. There's
It's
2.
technically more, but yes.
Securing zone.
The thing is, Saturn's Clutch basically has a structure of there's water on the left, water on the right, and the land path in the middle. Those are technically 3 distinct lanes. It's just completely open, so you can do a lot more with it. It's very sandboxy.
Oh no, I don't mean more. I mean technically, since airs in the game, it's
Yeah, but like, I mean,
that's its own
Enemy CUAV
thing.
established overhead.
I don't think there are like air routes in any of the like where air is restricted in any map.
Taking B.
So
It's not.
yeah, that's what I mean. Meanwhile, you
The
know,
fact that it overlays all 3
taking C.
lanes is actually kind of interesting.
that is true. But like, we're talking here about you know, this is RTS. Then when we talk about, like, for example, mobile, like the Rift and League of Legends, are basically nearly all maps in well, mostly all maps in Heroes of the Storm. I think didn't they have one 4-lane map?
Well done. Zone Charlie locked down.
So
It wasn't Praxis. No, it was in Warhead Junction.
Hanamura, I think, was a 2-lane.
Yeah, they have a few 2-laners. I know that. That because 2-lane works. It's just
Bonnet Junction is just big. It has 3
yeah.
lanes.
UAV established
I mean, I knew Deadlock had 4 lanes until they shrunk that down apparently now,
Systems
and now make some weird
Cut your wires,
marketing
go to
push. It's
ground.
just like, sorry, that's not gonna save your game.
They were too long in the experimental phase
Yeah.
and attracted a lot of people that...
I mean, I don't.
Well, they attracted the anti-meta people, which are a very weird crowd of people.
Yeah.
Clear.
I don't think Deadlock will be it will probably be a game with an audience, but I don't think it's gonna be a game with a long audience.
Don't know.
But yeah, the thing is, you have 3 lanes are normal, you know, generally. But how they are made is very, very, very different. And you know what? Let's see if we can if we actually go into another map. Do we now have the... No. Level 16. Oh no! Level 10. Okay, we probably get to that AR still, so... And then we probably switch just to, hey, the Forge. You know, a new map. Maybe they don't even have a fucking bottomless pit in the center of the map. Who knows? Like... Again, this is just a fucking same game. I'm going insane. And you're like, oh, is it unfun to play? No, it's just mid. That's worse, you know? This is serviceable, but nothing more. This doesn't have identity. This doesn't have any interesting fucking shit going on. It doesn't even have good marketing. Okay. Do you want to hear what kind of shit show COD Next was? Which is, you know, their big reveal event where they, you know, invite... By the way, oh, look at that. It's not true. It's a bit more creative on the 3-lane structure. It's still very clearly 3 lanes. So yeah, no bottomless pit, but rotating walls. Oh boy. Definitely the most interesting map so far. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so they had a big reveal event, you know, well, where people could play it and such, and
Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hard point. Got the hard point.
like,
Enemy UAV detected. The guild took the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hard point is active.
I mean, what can I say other than people who were invited to that event, you know, the streamers. Some people who were invited to that event literally announced afterward they're quitting, you know, making videos about Call of Duty.
You're falling behind, Black Ops.
Wow, that was bad. That should not happen. Then they apparently just had audio problems and audio crash outs all the time. So cool. Then you're like, okay, can it actually get worse? It got worse. See,
I need eyes over here.
Hard point identified.
basically, aside from that and the technical issues, it's they also just did stuff like literally harassing streamers live on air. I am not kidding. So So basically what happened is, you see, there are a few different types of people who play Call of, or, you know, especially make Call of Duty content.
Guild contact. Team kicks incoming.
One of the biggest ones is, you know, the zombies community. We will play some zombies afterwards, obviously. This is still probably the biggest factor, and I don't know what to say about it. Anyway.
Lead's ours. Stay on task.
Scout pulse showing out.
The guild took the hard point. Hard point located. The guild reclaimed the lead.
Charlie 1.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
So basically,
Hard point locked down.
they have, you know, zombie streamer there. And those people are streaming, guess what?
The guild took the
Zombies. So you'd think, oh yeah, let those people stream, right?
The hard point.
Let those people just
Release secure.
do their thing to their audience. They seem to be having fun.
Hostiles
Or
have the hard point.
you could like walk right up to them, while they're streaming live with a camera, and start basically pushing them and harassing them that they should just play a bit of Warzone, a bit of Verdansk, you know, the fucking Battle Royale mode that isn't getting any fucking update until like next year or so.
The guild took the hard point. Hard point active.
How the fuck does that happen? How? Like,
They're gone. Contact. Guild.
like that's the thing, you know? As much as I'm playing this here right now and just showing it off a bit,
Got the hard point.
I'm kind of amazed that Microsoft, like, after Microsoft took over, this series nosedive. And considering, again, they harass people to play something they are not interested in, it's just like, I think Microsoft is just literally taking their audience for granted,
The guild took the hard
which would
point.
explain so much.
Hard point located.
Like,
Got the hard point. Hard point is active.
again, I already had my suspicion that you know, Activision, probably wisely, and considering this one was supposed to be in the works for 5 years, which no, never, LMAO, definitely wanted to switch to
We got the
an expansion model, because okay, here's the thing. I will say something probably that some of you,
have the hard point.
be it on
Damn it, lost the lead.
you know, be it like, you know, in the VOD or in the chat, might just rip quotes really hard. Bobby Kotick is one of the biggest pieces of shit imaginable.
Identified.
He still was not dumb.
Get down, friend.
Like, yeah. The fact that, you know, Call of Duty was pushed out all the time, every year, okay? Definitely is like, that's just fucking weird. They're doing this because they got away with it. The thing is just, keep in mind, under him, they got away with it for like over a fucking decade. Only FIFA's running this well. And I can almost guarantee you, the reason they got away with it was because, and you know, he knew, and this is like, you know, the moment they went into the, you know, last generation PS4, guess what? Suddenly, all the development studios were bumped up from 2 to 3. That had their own problems coming their way, because Sledgehammer was like in a perpetual state of even though I would say Sledgehammer got like very unfairly dealt with, but that's a different story. You know, I mean, I would say Sledgehammer's work got done dirty by the players, not really, you know, by the corporate. It was just more like, yeah, they just were kind of disarray, and that's that. But like, the thing is, I do think
The guild took the hard point.
he knew how to at least keep this series running as profitable as possible without pissing everyone off.
Enemy UAV detected.
And I do think the last plan was actually to go onto an expansion pass model, which would just make so much sense, right? Like, a few years ago, we actually went into a new, like 5 years ago, we went into a new console generation. 5 years ago, apparently the development of this game supposedly started. Again, I don't think so, because there were delays, there was the whole Modern Warfare Z and Modern Warfare 3 thing. Point is, I am now 100% sure the plan was to become, you know, one year release, 1 year,
Enemy dog established on your grid.
one expansion, another year release. It just makes way more sense. Because, first of all, you know, people don't have that much money. That's number one. Hey, is something up? No? Yeah. And again, because I keep saying this person, you know, they aren't dumb.
Hardpoint located.
Because, like, development of games has become longer and harder. So you just have to be smarter about them in some shape or form, okay?
The guild took the hardpoint.
That is just a fact. So, either you could do what they tried last generation, may, basically, have 3 studios work on it. And the reality is, that didn't really work out that well, because the Sledgehammer games just were not that popular. Despite, I would say again, some of them got the stick way too unfairly for the wrong reasons. Anyway. So, the logical thing would be, hey, we're switching between whatever Infinity Ward is doing and whatever is Treyarch doing. That makes sense. But, considering, again, development time, cost, etc. go up, how do you reuse content better? You make expansions. So you basically have like one big refresh for the game on the cheap side in the center. And for the second year.
Established above.
Yes, and I'm going to be honest with you here, a really smart plan to actually reduce costs and strain on developers. That is sensible. That is a way to go forward.
Active.
The problem is, though, if your company gets then bought out by Microsoft, and this acquisition just leaves a gigantic fuck-off hole of money in their pockets, and now that company is just like, well, this thing is too big to fail, so what could go wrong? So they're basically recycling your plan for main game expansion into main game for full price. You know, just thinking, yeah, people will just buy it every year. What will go wrong? I mean, you know, the same company that expected that everyone would just buy Game Pass the moment it was out, because, I don't know.
Guild took the hardpoint.
Anyway, have you heard that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was lost over $300 million in sales due to Game Pass? Oh boy!
Everybody failed.
300 million.
Hard reboot.
Get mad later. We got a minute.
And then when people were like, hey, do you think there might be some competition coming due to Battlefield 6? They're just like, nah, these people are loyal. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I mean, people... Again, the thing is, if they wanted to make this actually a more interesting game, they should have actually cut out the whole omni movement system of, you know, being able to slide and stuff in all directions. Like, generally, if this was just classic movement speed, and maybe the wall jump, and maybe the frontal, like, just a front dolphin dive, nothing else, then yes, I could definitely see this actually making kind of fun. They didn't do it because I don't know. Someone apparently went up and was like, no. You have to make the game literally as unappealing as possible, which is being the same fucking game again. And they're just playing catch up with everything, I would say. Because it's like, oh shit, people actually just like weird cosmetics. I guess we're not carrying forward, even though now it looks like literally people that they really planned on doing that.
You had that already.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Not a problem.
Also, this menu is lagging. Cool. Maybe your menu shouldn't be lagging. You know, is there a new map? You know what, I have not shown this one yet. One more multiplayer round, then we're going into multiplayer. Into zombies. Because yeah. Oh, you know what also happened on COD Next? Someone was streaming, and I shit you not. They were in a Discord call, because they kinda had like a Discord set up for, so, you know, some of the streamers at the event could like communicate with each other in their own lobbies. And oh, by the way, bottomless pit again in the center of the map. You know what? This map is spicy though. It has 2 bottomless pits on each side. That's innovation, baby. Anyway. So yeah, what happened is that he was just streaming, talking with a few people, and then suddenly, and I kid you not, the fucking main show, like the main like the main hosts of the event that were just talking, okay, just were cut into his fucking Discord channel, and even though and they just kept talking, so his stream was just suddenly infected with the mainstream. How do you do that? How do you fuck up so badly that your main cast is just like it's just getting fucking funneled into the Discord channel of another person at your event? Like, what? What the fuck? This is just, it's just embarrassing. Again, I'm not even surprised people were like, yeah, no, I'm stopped playing this. But yeah, look at this. Oh boy, 3 lanes again. With bottomless pits. The creativity is off the fucking charts.
Dropped him. Point heart spotted.
Got the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. The guild took the hardpoint.
But yeah.
Got the hardpoint.
Vermaak een proevingsstoot op. Zeg hom, I need eyes overhead.
We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it. Then requesting UAV overflight.
Hostile unit.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Scout pulse standing by. Skewer ready to launch.
I'm feeling the rhythm now. Drop
Skewer
skewer on
released
my
as
mouth.
tasked.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is active. Got the hardpoint. Lynn designated skewer target. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
It's not.
Hardpoint locked down.
Anyway. Maybe I just got pretty sad because, like, yeah,
RTXC rolling out.
it's just kind of wild to me that there's not even real verticality in these games anymore. Like, yeah, okay, look, there is height differences, but not. It's not really verticality, you know. This is, they're so simple. Now, like, I am.
Hardpoint active.
I don't know. Again, as someone who actually made maps for games, I wonder what how this degraded. Like, everything in here feels artificial. Like, look, this right here wouldn't be a prop. This would be either a solid wall or something you could use in some way in the old games.
We control the field. Keep it that way.
Like, period. There would just be more, you know?
Hardpoint located.
EMP grenade incoming.
Hardpoint is active.
Like, it's one of those things, you know? You look at this and it's literally someone literally just threw 3 lines on the map and then started just varying a bit of that. It's no, you know, it's similar to when in TTRPGs people say, oh, just make a 5-room dungeon. No. No. Like, I know where this came from, okay? I know that this was just like, it's a small exercise, you can do something pretty easily, and, you know, but what usually happened is that some people literally just started making, like, they just slapped like 4 rings on a grid, connected them a bit with tubes, had 1 exit, and call it a day. Where some are just lines, and it's like, that's not a dungeon.
In their system. That's
There's no
Black
theming,
Ops.
there's no plan, it's just fucking rooms on the map. And yes, I know, to a degree, that's the case, but like, you need to make a place, you know? And again, I am allowed to say that because one one of the most influential dungeon designers of all time, also made basically the first multiplayer maps of all time in Quake 2 back in the day. So yeah, we wouldn't have good multiplayer map design without you know what, now that I think about it, it's a transform. Obviously, the moment that came out, people just started disregarding all sensible amounts of design. Transphobia kills multiplayer maps. You know, the reality is probably more that these people people are devouring themselves in terms of design ideas. Like they're just copying from themselves. That's like this thing when
Should at least call her name once.
wait. Janelle Jacquet. Janelle Jacquet. Sorry. Yeah. She worked on, you know, back in the day in Dungeons and Dragons, like still on the TSR. Then they also went then she went to work on it for Quake 2 and Quake 3. Yeah. Also, can I say one thing? I know she also worked on 2 games that you probably that you would probably dislike: Age of Empires 2 and Halo Wars.
Age of Empires 2 I dislike because of the gameplay flow and the artificial extra microing you have to do. Halo Wars I dislike more because of the control scheme than because of the game itself. Because the game itself seemed pretty okay.
Halo Wars was generally fun. It's just the problem of, yeah, it was on a console, so it had to cut down. Honestly, I like Halo Wars. I generally think this was not bad. Even though everyone just bitched that they couldn't play the Flood, and like, listen. Yes, they maybe should have added a 3rd faction. It shouldn't have been the Flood, for fuck's sake.
Always the Flood.
I don't know, this is a weird thing to me, similar to like,
It was already boring enough to make at least something close to the Necromancer.
Hey, they could have added
Humans with guns and aliens with guns. It's boring.
Yeah, fair point. I mean, the problem is just they could have added the Bionicles from Halo 4 and expanded on them, but no. But yeah, a thing I want to show everyone, because again, I talk a lot about map design, okay? And here's the thing: you saw how all of this was like how much this game just fucking is always 3 lanes and just that, without any real consideration for, you know, things. You know what? So I just decided, hey, let's actually show you how the maps look beforehand, and, you know, compare them to like the games they always try to copy, because that is just important to understand. Okay, so let's just start with Black Ops, the original one. Let's just take.
By the way, how late is it already?
What?
By the way, how late is it already?
23:11. Yeah, just.
My feeling of time is quite long.
You thought it was longer?
I just didn't get much sleep, that's all.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry. Anyway, okay. I'm just playing one more round of zombies then afterwards, but I just want to go off a bit about map design because, sorry, this is irking me. So, you know what? I just opened like 4 classics of the game. And let's just start with, well, firing range, which was actually in a lot of titles. Oh shit, they even patched it into Black Ops 6, so they actually have a good map in there, huh? So, firing range. You immediately see the difference, right? So basically, yes, there are 3 lanes in quotation marks, because there is a way around on the side, there's a way on this side which is a bit longer, so there's like a long outside way here, and there's a center path. Crucially though, this map is a bit asymmetric. It's not unbalanced, it's just asymmetric. Also, you can actually enter this building and go up a 2nd floor and, you know, also jump out here again. So this isn't a solid area, this is traversable. This is a solid area, but this helps. This is solid, but you can go through here. You can be in this building area, you can be back here. This is solid, you can go here in this area, you can completely, you know, go through here in those buildings, and you have like multiple areas. There's even a tower you can climb up in the center to just have a really cheeky sniper position if you want to. You can enter this building, you can go through these buildings. So yes, it's 3 lanes, but it's not hard-coded. There's, you know, they're more like 3 distinct, like 3 sub-areas, and even then they have like their own different things going on, and they're very, very interconnected. WMD. Once again, they also put it into Black Ops 6. How about that? And Cold War. And they really started to remaking Black WMD. Anyway, again, 3 lanes, but look at this. You have this this back building. You can enter it on multiple occasions. Go out here, go out here, go out here. This is like a multi-story building with an upper exit, but you can go through over the ramp here. You can go here to the backyard area. You can go through the building. There is the center right there. There's this connection. There's like another whole building you can go through. Inside, you see, there's like inside stuff here. And there's a building and parts on here. There's like, even the left route has 2. This left route is basically 2 lanes in 1 lane. It has sub lanes. There's so much more going on in this, and also this is a place. It's not like, yes, that's a factory. There's a lot of shit going on. Jungle, also something they actually brought back in Cold War. Oh yeah, they did, right. Again, look at this. Much more simpler, but still, yes, you have basically also 3 parts. This is probably the most one, but even then, it has some unique areas, and it's also pretty big. Like, much bigger than the other ones. You see it actually a lot better here, but like, yeah. The path here, over to the cliffside. It's like really big elevation difference. This is like the most quote-unquote cut and dry map, but this is the interesting part. You have maps like Firing Range and WMD, which are like really dense and like a sandboxy areas, and then you have one that is just big and a bit more structured. But still, this isn't like a rigid 3-lane structure, because you still have, because of the size of this map, yeah, you're on the bottom path, but you can still have like the buildings to go in and around. Same on the upper path. There's just a lot more variety. Summit, hey, probably the closest. And once again, yeah, you have one really, one outside part, one that are basically very fused together. Multiple buildings to work around, but like those are not, you can actually go into those two. So like, yeah, this is the closest thing to what you saw in the later games. And there's still much more to it. Like, you can enter these buildings, you can enter this building. There's so much more going on. Also, you can jump out of the window onto here. There's like hey, there's even this little, how's it called? Those capsules on ropes that you can pull up a mountain. How are they called again? Seilbahn in Deutsch. Gondolas, yeah, it's a gondola. You can actually, if you time it right, make a daring jump onto that gondola, and you have you know, it's a bit of a shitty sniper spot, but you have a bit of a sniper spot there if you want to. So hey, you see the difference, right? Then obviously we're going to Black Ops 2. This is what the game is aping after. And yes, as you can basically see, this game started being much more concise, but much more structured like the recent ones, but there's a lot of curves on this map, and it's also not just rigid 3 lanes. You can actually walk over this train. There's like pretty open stuff here. Standoff, yes, technically also more rigid, but as you can see, this building is rigid, but in this part is what you can go over here over a little wall. This building is completely, you can go through here. There's like this building. There's so much more you can enter there. It's not like here's a block on the map and it's not enterable. Like it's as if these people saw these maps and just thought everything that isn't looking like a street has to be cut out. Right now here we are entering the, yeah, this is very rigid structure, but also, again, considering every modern map is just even shittier Raid, the thing that made Raid interesting was you had a really rigidly structured map that was pretty flat, you know? There was like the, you know why I say also it's always Raid? Because Raid had the big circle area on one end, and the other one was flat with another gimmick like the pool. And they all do that. They all do Raid. But the thing is, Raid was good because it was still in the same game as Standoff and Express. So, yeah. Or, you know, Slums. Also pretty open still. You see my problem? It's just the design degraded so fucking much.
Maybe hates like AI translation.
I mean,
you know those novels that often get translated and uploaded? Like the first 3 to 10 chapters. You could actually think a human has translated it. Maybe a human has translated it. Who knows?
probably. Could be.
Or at least lived over it.
Mm-hmm.
And then sooner or later, more and more structure, formatting, even sometimes chapters just start vanishing.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? It's like, how the fuck does this keep happening, by the way? But I mean, I do think here it is just a big part of
Copying without understanding.
yeah, it is literally some people describe this design is eating itself, as in how's it called? It's literally one of those things where
It's the same with when you translate long stuff with an AI. It corrupts its own data set.
yeah. That's the thing. And that's probably also the problem here, because I do think a lot of people have probably only, again, played Call of Duty to make Call of Duty. And like, don't do that. Like, I know, especially when it comes to map design, I don't think we have a lot of games anymore that really support actually just training design on them in fundamental ways, no matter how good or bad they are. Like, What do we have? There was Insurgency, but Insurgency was still fucking hammer. But you know, Insurgency sense, I don't think they have a map editor. So there's Counter-Strike 2. It's a bit. I don't know how to put it in the best way. It's a bit depressing to think about the fact that one of the last bastions of like actually, you know, being able to share and do stuff with map design is Counter-Strike. And like, despite everything, oh, you know what? Technically, Halo Forge. Problem is, Halo really sucks anyway. So I do think they probably are actually just regurgitating their own stuff. Because else you would just have catched so much in recent years.
Design isn't really taught. It's also not something that's easily taught.
Yeah. Hell, and even if you know your stuff around, sometimes you just make kind of bad decisions to a degree. Like, for example, when I look at the few multiplayer games that came out of the last years, I do think, in the indie sphere, I don't really think a lot of them made good maps. Insurgency also was like one hell of a downhill with new stuff. Especially with Sandstorm, I don't really think I like those maps a lot. They are like actually pretty bad. Even if there are actually more places, I have to admit to that. The thing is, the thing overall is that when we talk about that, you know, not everyone makes good designs. And I do think there is also the factor of, hey, we can't let, we need to make sure that our end product is like actually liked by people. Mm-hmm. So they usually are just going with the you know, safer route.
I don't even think that's it necessarily.
You don't think?
I think the whole hiring and promotion process in companies has changed dramatically over the last 20 years.
That's true. I mean, that is probably very dependent on the company you're in. But
I think like, overall it has changed a lot in both. Before then, the indies and people were actually looking for people with more unique talents.
yeah.
So Blizzard promoted people, for example, with TTRPG experience for level design and similar things because they had experience designing those things.
Yeah, and in the beginning, this was like the one thing you actually had to agree, like.
So now, those people obviously do not have like trained successors or anything. They could have things aligned, but not necessarily. Sooner or later, there wouldn't be one. TTRPGs also died down. The whole science, not philosophy but knowledge, got lost to oral traditions a lot.
I really don't like shopping.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, you do the next best thing. Hey, somebody can program really
Power
well.
of positive thinking.
Let's promote this person and try to hands it. Nothing bad about it. Yeah, they could be really good at it. They could also be really bad. And that's kind of where we are. We're getting people more and more with no real qualification for the job.
I mean, to a degree they have, but yeah. It's like, I do think there's some weird stuff going on because, like,
And
I mean,
it's-
otherwise,
I think they're already at the top. They just at a certain point, if you're high enough in a company structure,
you
you
say,
generally don't get demoted. You just get shuffled around or promoted away.
This will do nicely.
Unless you're the really, really small company that is more like originally, and then you either go bankrupt or you find someone who can do the job.
yeah, I mean, again, this is to a degree the situation of, yeah, this is how probably Payday 3 happened. Like, how? Anyway, the thing is just, I don't want to say this is like the only reason. I think it's also just like design is going around itself, and you have stuff like, for
Yeah, of
example,
course, but why does it? Because the people who are doing that design have no clue.
They're gonna drive me nuts.
yeah, and I do think also what
Because
happens.
The pipeline of accumulated knowledge got cut. That's the point. That's always individually per dev team. But that's how it feels to me. That
You know, I wouldn't really disagree with that on a big
on the general.
on general case because, like, yeah, like I am.
One crocodile.
Look
Two
at
crocodile. Three
D&D
crocodile.
content. People now making videos
Yes, I knew this would pay off.
about stuff that's in the fucking DMG. It took them like over 10 years
To rediscover the DMG.
to rediscover what the DMG already told them. And it's not like the DMG does a good job, but it gives a baseline.
As a baseline, yeah. I do, yeah. The information degradation is definitely a big problem. And you know what the irony about this is? I do think this probably also comes to the fact that a lot of people now think design is a thing you can just learn.
Technically you can.
I mean, technically you can, but here's the thing I will always say. You have to actually realize at some point, are you a design person? Because,
I don't know if that
Sometimes I even improve
exists. I
myself.
think anybody can learn it. I just think there are a lot of people that think they can do it while they're best possible.
I do think a lot of people are mostly just regurgitating right now, just standard stuff that feels like just, oh yeah, this is how I learned it. And like, yeah, and you know, the fact that we have like a lot of, we now have people being like, oh, we have a study program for game design, and I just sit there being like,
It could actually be really interesting if you go through all the histories of how certain games were designed with different philosophies in mind, how levels differ depending on the
yeah, but that's
game, that you can actually distill some essence out of that to get something. You could.
I don't think they're doing that because like you need to ask
I
you
also don't
yeah.
think they're doing that.
because like I mean you need to ask yourself the question first. Who would rather going to like some private school to teach design instead of, you know, working in the industry if they know so much? And that should have been a warning from the beginning. That part alone. I do think design is something that you kind of have to learn organically.
You know, that still means learn.
Yeah, but like by actually playing different games, and also crucially, this is why I would say when people are wondering, hey, why, for example, is Hideo Kojima a game, or why are his games so unique? And I can tell you, the answer to that is basically,
The nog.
he's not playing games all day. Like, okay, I think you have literally either two approaches to game design, okay? You are either going the Sakurai route, or you are going the Kojima route. The Kojima route is you do not give a fuck. You play 1 or 2 games per year, that's it. Otherwise, you go the fuck outside and you know, you watch, you watch movies, you read books, and not just one genre or so. You literally spread yourself out and read the fuck on theory. You want to write good books? Read ideological theory.
I buy books. We're talking about games.
I mean, if you read books, don't just read, you know, fantasy prose, fictional prose. Because like, if you want to write stuff, you should be able to
Just send me the bill.
understand things on, you know, on a thematical level. Anyway, what I do want, what? Or the Sakurai route, aka you have the most insane gaming setup of all time in your living room, and you will play games. You will play them a lot, and the thing is, you will sit down and analyze them. That is the Sakurai way. So which way is it?
I would
Because both are valid.
classify them more as guidelines.
You
You can not go very wrong by.
Also, I would say, by the way, Sakurai also reads books, so yeah.
I've forgotten how the guy that makes Pikmin is called.
Oh, Miyamoto.
Yes. You can also go his route, technically.
I mean, he kind of does the Kojima route to a degree, just with different interests.
Yeah.
Miyamoto is the Kojima route.
And then he's just like, what else?
Yeah. I mean, hey, absolutely valid to do that. You know?
Otherwise, the guy seems a bit insane, but yeah.
He's a... Yeah, I don't know.
Remember when he announced, like, I think it was Pikmin 3 and nobody knew about it?
You know what?
Nintendo.
I wouldn't say that's insane. That is more in the wake of, yeah, hey, I just do that, and they will follow suit, right? And then it's like, what? Well, I guess we're doing Pikmin 3 now.
Watch me top that.
The most terrible Pikmin of them all.
I mean, hey, I don't know if 4 is even worse, but I don't.
Hurry up. Someone in there likes me.
Hey, you know what? Let's exfil and kill a bear.
Eat this.
Oh, there we go. I actually killed it. Let's go into the phone booth to say... Like, the phone booth to escape is probably the one interesting thing.
This would have been so much more fun if it was a game there.
Sorry, it's just a beat up. It has bees in it. Zombie bees. You know, have you noticed how I haven't talked about zombies?
Imagine a big bear hide. Flying bear.
Yeah, I guess.
And they produce milk and yogurt.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
I guess. But anyway, have you noticed how I have not even talked about zombies at all? Because, you know, as much as I like the fact there's just a survival area in it, hey, if you haven't noticed, this is Farm from Black Ops 2. As in the farm from Transit. Because apparently, the main map of this game is going to be a Transit remake. But I think now you can actually drive around with vehicles on the map, which is like, okay, that's interesting. I mean, I didn't mind the vehicle map before that, but interestingly though, this is like the only map they have in this at launch, which just make it more which makes it more weird because see, the previous game had a small map and a big map, and then added various different maps to it. This one launches with big map, where they cut out small maps. It's like they did in Transit, but also I don't know what to say other than, this is weird. Also, it's just the same. This is still Black Ops 6. The only difference is I have to kill a special infected. Well, let's say special infected, I have to kill Zombie Bear before I can exfiltrate, instead of just surviving a horde. And like, okay, like there is something really fucking weird about the fact that this is a game where they're remaking one of those maps I should have actually a lot of, you know, quote-unquote nostalgia for. And it's one of those maps that everyone was always pissed because when it came out, I have to point out, Transit when it came out, it's the worst map, it's the worst zombies map, because it is on a technical level unfinished. There's a lot of cut content, there's a lot of stuff that is just like, if you have a lot of design elements that are just there to slow you down, okay, it becomes very annoying. And that's Transit. It's an annoying map because they had to keep slowing everyone down, because else the game would have crashed. And also there's just like, you know, not that much control, like, you know, to cycle between the areas you have to take the bus, and the bus is on a weird loop, but also the bus is a fucking death trap. So like, you do not want to take the bus between the areas. It's like, Transit is just a whole lot of bad choices, but when you get into it with friends, it's kind of cool. And so yeah, I should actually be really excited about the fact that they are bringing back Transit. I don't. I'm playing this, I played this before. I played this in Cold War, I played a slightly updated version in Black Ops 6, and I know I'm playing just Black Ops 6 again with futuristic weapons. Futuristic looking weapons, to be precise here. Like, look at this. This weapon is futuristic because the magazine is, you know, you can look through it. It's translucent. You know what? We still have 15 minutes, but I don't care. I hope you had fun. You heard me rant. This beta could have been an email. We made the same fucking game. Yeah. Again, as I said, I said this could have been an email because everything that is new could have just been written in an email and done. Everyone would have exactly known what they mean. There's nothing noteworthy in this thing. Again, I defended the series because I didn't think it was actually always the same every year. This is the same every year with a new coat of paint. And that's just sad. Because I do not think anything about this is engaging. I kinda hate it. Yeah. Thank you for staying there, Hybernox. I hope we're gonna be soon back with some more programming on Saturday. No, maybe Saturday I do have the break because it's the whole totale Eskalationswochenende. I still kind of want to do it to a degree. Anyway.
What's total escalation? What?
Yeah, Total Escalation. Battlefield 6 is out. I have to pound those noobs.
Oh.
Get to the max level, unlock everything, be on the how do the youngsters say the Sigma Gamer grind set.
Just no.
I want to buy pizza for that occasion.
You can't buy pizza.
I will play it on Friday though.
You will?
Yes.
Okay.
That was already said.
Okay. I'm very sad not being able to play Victoria.
I know.
But then I'm reminded that the last time we tried to play Victoria, it crashed all the time.
Yeah, that sucks, right? Yeah, Friday it's just gonna be like, it's launch day. I kinda have to,
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Tomorrow, more Silent Hill F. We are halfway through the second run. This is going really fast. Maybe we still get that sword. Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah. See you all tomorrow. And have a good night. Bye.